This video is about goal setting. When we are talking about performance management, goal setting is absolutely critical. In this tutorial, we're going to understand what good goals look like and how to use them here at Troyers. Think about the process for goals. We want to set them, make sure they are aligned, and we have to track their progress. It really adds up to a successful year. Okay, we know we want to set goals, align them, and track them. Let's break this down and first talk about setting good goals. The process of setting goals has to be collaborative, meaning the team member and the manager have to work together. And whether you're working on long or short-term goals, creating SMART goals can help. SMART is an acronym. The S means the goal is specific. And I'll use an example as I go through this. Here's an example. I will run an 8-minute mile. The M is measurable. By April 15th, I will run an 8-minute mile. The A means that the goal is agreeable. My wife and I agree that if I could run an 8-minute mile by April 15th, I would be healthier. The R means the goal has to be realistic. As a 9-minute miler, 8 minutes seems attainable. If I set the goal at 6 minutes, it really isn't practical or even rooted in reality. After a month of such an unrealistic goal, I'd probably give up. At 8:55-minute miles, I'm really not stretching myself. The T in SMART goals is that it has to be time-bound. If I didn't say April 15th and maybe replaced it with next spring, well, how do I track that progress? And when is that end date? Pay attention to this last sentence because the day-to-day will consume you, whether it's housekeeping, responding to voicemail, unloading freight. It's easy to lose sight of the big picture. Earmark some time to make sure you're making progress towards your goal. Don't take my word for it. Watch and listen to Joanne as she describes a similar situation in London.
Hi, this is Joanne from Project Smart with a short video tutorial on how to write a SMART goal. The acronym SMART has become part of the vocabulary of project planning and performance management. It stands for specific, measurable, agreed upon, realistic, time-based. All SMART goals have these 5 attributes. Well-written goals can be easily managed and provide a clear route to success. But how do you write a SMART goal? First, let's look at a poorly written goal. I am going to increase our London shop retail selling space this year. The problem with this goal is it's not specific. It doesn't say how much extra retail selling space I'm going to create or how I'm going to do it. The time by when I'm going to do it is vague and can't be easily measured, so I won't know if and when I've achieved my goal. Now, let's look at a well-written goal. Following planning permission, I'm going to increase our retail selling space by 25%, completing a 6-month project with a company of local builders to produce an extension to our London shop by the end of April. This goal is very specific and says how much extra retail selling space I'm going to create. It's measurable. I either will or won't create an extra 25% retail selling space. The goal is agreed to with the local planning department. It's realistic and time-based, stating how long I have to complete my building project. When writing SMART goals, avoid words and phrases like try, end of the year, shortly, should, could, probably, as soon as possible. Remember, SMART goals say what you are going to do and how you are going to do it. Ask yourself the following questions. Is my goal specific enough? Could a friend or colleague understand it? How can I decide if my goal is achievable and can I measure it? What evidence will I have to say I've achieved my goal? Is it realistic in terms of time, money, and opportunity? Is it agreed to? Have I set a clear and realistic deadline by when I want to achieve my goal? It's worth remembering the words of renowned American philanthropist Elbert Hubbard. Many people fail in life, not for lack of ability or brains or even courage, but simply because they have never organized their energies around a goal. Good luck with your SMART goals.
Setting goals is important, but it's only the first step. Aligning the goals is just as important. Let me give you an example. If your goal is to have an empty email inbox at the end of the day, but your manager wants you off the computer and out in the plant more, then you two are not aligned. Here's another one. Think of a rowboat. If we are all rowing in different directions, will we move forward? Will we stay on course? Absolutely not. But if we are aligned and all rowing together, we really become unstoppable. Finally, we want to track progress. If we fail to track, then how do we know how far we've come and how far we have to go? As we wrap up this tutorial, write good goals. Challenge poorly written goals that do not use the SMART fundamentals. And as always, ask questions below and add your comments so we can all learn from each other. Remember, no question is a bad question. Thank you.